Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a new episode of the
Yeah, yeah,
Breakdown.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
break it down, right? So, nonetheless, this is our show that we just talk after the show. We just completed a whole episode, almost 2 hours of the Three Amigos podcast. Very exciting. You know, um, we might have to, entitle this episode "Off the Rails," okay? But speaking about that, it brings me to the topic I wanted to talk about this evening, which was what the hell is going on in New York City? Like over the last few weeks, we've had like the very much so outlandish crimes that has happened. I mean, last night we had a stabbing of a young lady that was one of a twin, because the guy didn't accept the rejection very well. We had the young lady pushed by her boyfriend, onto in front of the
Track.
oncoming train. She lost her feet. We had the shootout on the train on Thursday. That video's going viral. We had the gentleman that was breaking up a fight, and he ended up getting stabbed in the Bronx, and so on and so forth. And then we of course had the shooting with the migrant at the store in Manhattan, and the cops getting beat up and what have you. So, fellas, as New York City residents, I need to ask y'all, what the hell's going on in New York City?
I don't know,
Anybody?
man. Might be something in the water. Just it don't feel safe. I just say that. And but it's a different unsafe, right? Like, people make joke or jest about how, the crime rate in New York back in the day was high, but it's about like, robberies mostly, sometimes it turned into, a murder or whatever. But these cases that you just talked about, it just feels like anything is gonna happen at any moment. Like it's like people are like going bonkers a little bit. Like they're not handling things and situations well, and then like taking these extreme reactions or having these extreme reactions to these like scenarios that normally you could just like chill out, chill out on.
I mean, I feel like also what you said in your final thoughts on the show, right? About people's pride and their ego, right? A lot of people, nobody has. We've been desensitized over the years from watching people get killed from police, from watching us, kill each other. So we're now desensitized. So people's idea or the perception or the concept of value of life is minute. It's very little. If you're not even, a celebrity, if you're not, make popping this week, that means their value of life is nothing basically to people. I don't necessarily agree with that at all. And I think that's what we see in New York is becoming Gotham City. We got, not to say that these are the cause, we got the immigrants coming in by the buses. We got Mayor Eric Adams, posing, taking pictures with people instead of like really dealing with the different types of crises that we have going on in the city, right? We don't know who our councilmen are. We don't know who our assemblymen are until it is time to vote, until it is time for primary. We don't really see them outside like that. So I think that's the cause and the reason, among a lot of other things. Look at the cost of living. Look at how people making income. Some people need 2 or 3 jobs just to be sustained. And we survival of the fittest out here. I don't even think it's just to New York. I think America, the United States as a whole, is crazy. But I'll leave it with Gotham City. It's Gotham fucking City. Where's Batman, Robin, and all of them?
It's
Right.
funny. It's funny that you say that because I've been calling New York City Gotham City for like since when COVID hit. Like, and I've been calling it that because, at that time I was working overnight and, the subway system was shut down. So when you catch that last train ride, it is very scary catching that last train ride because this motherfucker just living on the train platforms. You know what I mean? All of every 125th Street that you can think of on that train station. The D line, the A line, the 2 line, the 3 line, the 4 line, 5, 6, all of them shits is fucking crazy. You hear me? Zombie central. Um, it's unfortunate that these things are happening now, and all it says to me is it's like, is it really that crazy? it's for her. If you didn't live in the times of when shit was really crazy, when you all you can hear is stories, when an elder person can tell to a younger person like shit. Back in my day, well, younger person, here it is. This is back in the day. It's just a little ups. It's just more upscale and crazy, right? That's just what it is. Like right now, like if you live out here in New York, you just gotta be in like survival of the fittest mode. That's the mode you gotta be in. Like every day you wanna wake up, you wanna get on one of them subway systems, a bus ride, and you're gonna see some shit. And don't be surprised. If it's your first time, be very surprised. But this is some shit, man. And it's just crazy out here.
I agree. I mean, I think a few factors come into play. I think that one, all these mental health clinics was closed in 2020, right? Because of the pandemic and stuff like that. So people didn't really have access to meds. So, and a lot of people have not went back for their treatments and things of that nature. So I think we're also dealing in the end of days, you know what I mean, and the zombies out here. That's one thing. Two is the level of recklessness. Like I just feel like I've never seen it like this except comparable to the 1980s, where it's the level of just recklessness. It's like you don't value life, you don't value anybody else's life. People are saying they're not scared to go to prison and all type of stuff like that. And it's just crazy to me. Like homeboy that stabbed the girl last night, right? The one
That
of
was
the twins. And I'm like, because she rejected you, now you're gonna get a manslaughter charge? No, a murder charge. You know what I'm saying? Like you stabbed the girl. No matter if you was angry or whatever the fuck, you decided to pull out a knife and stab her. Again, Diesel.
and this is why some women out there listen, I'm not a woman, so I don't know how it feels and what it's like to be one. But this is why some of them have to play into a part either they be scared to tell a man no. So sometimes they tell a man yes just so they don't get that treatment that girl received last night. The shit is sad. Like, brother, man, listen. If you ask someone a question, you ask them something, and they tell you no, then leave it alone. It's no.
Mm-hmm.
Go about your way. Why you had to take that girl's life for what? Because she said no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she told you, but however she told you, just still take it, bro. It is so many other women out here on this earth that you can ask whatever you want to ask. So you want to take her life
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and give away yours to go in prison? It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. Think about it. And that's for any man out there. Any man out there, bro. If you ask a woman, if you ask to be with a woman and she tells you
Personally.
no, it's no, and have a good day. That's it.
That's a fact.
I got a PSA. When you ask a question, there's a possibility of three answers: yes, no, or maybe so. No should not be something that you internalize and that it seeps through your skin and goes to your heart. That should not happen at all. You got to
Right.
understand no is out there. Rejection is a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you do things,
Mm-hmm.
go for job interviews, you're not always going to get them. You go for
Mm-hmm.
you're not always gonna get them. You're gonna hear a million and one no's. There's never a reason. Person, man, woman, indifferent child, because let's not act like the black man ain't under fire too. Sisters,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always with you. Oh, I've been an ally for years. But black men too has been under fire. You see that black man on the shootout on the train? That
Mm-hmm.
was an after effect of the girlfriend stabbing him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
look at the
Mm-hmm.
facts. Let's look at the video.
Mm-hmm.
All of it is crazy. However, karma, what's also got to stop is this battle of the sexes that goes on social media. These agendas where niggas ain't shit,
Mm-hmm.
can't provide this, and bitches ain't shit because she don't do that. Like it
Mm-hmm.
gotta stop,
Mm-hmm.
especially amongst our community. We gotta be united on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Mm-hmm.
your.
Mm-hmm.
The
If today she's a bitch, but she's still a queen. Two things could be right at the same time, and then that nigga, and she could be a nigga too, and that nigga's my king and a nigga at the same time. PSA, ladies and gentlemen, you could be two things at one time, but respect, honor, and appreciate who you are. That's your mother. That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's father. That's somebody's uncle. That's somebody's cousin. It ain't three or
Yep.
four lives lost here. It's about 4, 5, 6, 7, a whole family. So
and
that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing about that.
that
Pissed me
thing
off.
that thing with the other day on the A train with the guy. Um, I'm not
Okay.
liking. I like to sit there and I like to analyze things from all sides, right? Don't feed me this shit that he was the aggressor because he's black and he came like what like I seen the footage when he came into the train station. He didn't look like no fucking aggressor to me. He looked like a motherfucker that was trying to get on a motherfucking train. So what happened after that, I don't know. So all we see is footage from this man, you know, arguing with the other guy. If you're from New York City, you know how to fucking be on this fucking public transportation. You understand? And that man, when I have taken his gun out, if that other man's girl is intervene and fucking poke the man up, and then the
Mm-hmm.
other motherfuckers that sitting on the train that supposedly be fucking men, why y'all ain't step in
They did. A
and
guy
fucking diffuse the situation? They diffused the situation afterwards once that man got stabbed up. Everything could have been resolved, bro. But that's easier said than done. I understand that because
Right.
I was
Yeah.
on the train. I was on the train
Everything.
earlier today myself. In another situation, almost occurred. Like it's two females now on the train, and they arguing. And then like I was, and please don't be like me because I was a person that was like I drifted off in a sleep and I just heard motherfuckers arguing. Do not fall asleep on these trains, please. I heard these motherfuckers arguing. I don't know what the fuck they was arguing about. And good thing that we stopped at a fucking at the station and the police was right there. So the situation got diffused quickly. But
Right.
I can tell going forward that this is going to be an ongoing thing, continuing out to 24.
I have a question. So they sent the National Guard and all of that here, and this still happened.
And it's funny that you say that because I kept saying, so how
That's
does
for
the
the
National
tourist
Guard
areas.
know
The National
who
Guard shit.
who's walking with a weapon and who's not? You know what I'm saying? If there's not a metal detector at the police station at the train station, excuse me, what the hell is the purpose of them being there? So all you're gonna do is profile people. That's
Yep.
it. Oh, you got a big ass bag. Do me a favor, step to the side, sir. Like, it
How
doesn't
about
make any sense.
not to
And
mention the
if you think about it, right,
distributed?
anybody who's concealing a weapon, they don't carry it in a big ass bag. They carry it on them,
Right.
right? So you want to search bags, but that's not what people holding it.
The bigger problem is who you choosing to search.
Exactly.
Wait,
Who are you choosing to search?
The National Guard was at the station.
The National Guard was put into train stations, random select train stations to check bags and things to allegedly, I guess, to lower the crime that's been going on the subway. But I don't want to talk too deep about it on this particular show.
That
But
is stupid. I ain't going to talk about that.
when we talk about agendas and everybody's always talking about, oh, this agenda, that agenda, nobody be seeing the bigger picture when they bring in all these different law enforcement and what role it is they're going to play and who is normally the target, who is going to suffer, who is going to end up being the victim. You're a double
Hmm.
victim. You got to watch out for the people out there, and you probably got to watch out for the National Guard. Where they do
That's a
that at?
fact. That's a
But
fact.
I'm not going to talk about that on this show. But mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's all to me. It's all madness because it's like you're supposed to be able to just ride the train and go home. That's it, right? Like
Hmm.
ride the
Get to your
train, go
destination.
home. You shouldn't have to deal with a whole bunch of stupid ass drama just to get to where you need to get to. I mean, it's just ridiculous. All right, next one. Kanye says he invented every music style over the last 20 years.
And what the fuck is the problem with that?
You mean new music style?
Every new music, yep.
Okay.
What's the argument to that?
I don't have an argument. I'm not privy to it because I clocked out after late registration. So
It's not. It's not even. It's not about. It's not
uh,
about. It's not about that. It's about the
you didn't hear
music.
my statement. You didn't hear my statement. I
No,
said
you
I
clocked
clocked
out
out.
out of
So that
you.
means
No,
I
you
don't. I
clocked out.
can't
I
say yay
understand
or nay.
that. You can. No, you can. And
I
what your
cannot because I don't
no,
have
you
enough.
can because your answer would be yay. And fitting in double
Yay.
entendre, fitting
Yay.
in double entendre of it, will it be that? Because after Kanye, what did we get? Kanye did 808s and Heartbreaks, right? And after that, music done changed. We don't have emotional rappers. We don't have we don't have fashion drip rappers. We don't have what's that auto tune voice rappers. We have all these things. Kanye is the father. So all of these people, even the ones that we say, nigga, ain't you gangster? But we see him crying. That's because Kanye is in that motherfucker. Kanye invented a Drake. Kanye invented a fucking Kendrick Lamar, a J. Cole, uh, Migos, all these people. Because if it wasn't for Kanye, everybody would just been still trying to rap like a Jay Z or Cameron. Kanye came in and he changed the fucking game.
But I thought historians and hip hop heads felt like the day that hip hop died is when Kanye sold more than 50 Cent. Was that not a fact stated before? Remember when they
Hip
went
hop died.
those
Hip hop
albums?
died. Hip hop died because Kanye outsold more than 50 Cent.
That was the day that hip hop died. You never seen that like
No, no,
oh,
that
okay.
was the day that was the day that hip hop
Not that
went
I
on
agree.
and
Out there.
kept on going and to live, and that was the day that hip hop realized that we don't need a nigga like 50 Cent. We can still have a person like Kanye West. Kanye West is hip hop. I don't give a
Yes,
fuck
it
about
is.
what nobody say. He came from that. Okay, he's the backpacker rapper. All right,
Right. Right.
the soul sampler.
He
Kanye,
changed. He
fucking
changed the game. Yeah.
put some respect. He was the man that came in with the pink polos. He changed the fucking game. He changed everything. Music, fashion, everything. God fucking yay. West. Nigga,
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're rooting for him
We
like
love the
this. I mean,
Royal Ramble
you're
here.
damn fucking right. And Kanye don't sound like Kanye from this last album. Kanye always sound different. Please.
can I?
Vultures 1 out right now. Vultures 2 is on its way.
So you're saying that Kanye's effect in the hip hop game changed the whole rap game?
Yeah,
Yes,
because
What?
it
it made. I
was.
feel like Kanye made everyone making it. Everybody been feeling like how they probably felt, right? Musically, and what's the other thing? Sonically, right? Everybody probably
Hmm.
already been feeling like that. But Kanye was the only daring guy. You understand what I'm saying? Daring, says what he wants to say, does what he wants to do, and then musically, they're like, what? He, what? Auto tune? He's pulling his feelings out. Now, don't get me wrong. People put their feelings out. They've been doing that for
Right.
years and years.
Right.
But the way that, I mean, Eminem, okay, M, well, fuck am I doing? Bowing to you. What the fuck up? Bowing to this nigga. But anyway, Kanye, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He come on, like he was the first one in many years that we seen like, damn nigga, what? I don't have to be a gangster to love hip hop. I don't gotta, you know what I mean? I don't gotta go sell drugs. I ain't gotta go shoot a nigga. I don't gotta do none of that. Kanye changed that. And it
All I
made
gotta do is cry on the track. And this is
not
why these niggas can't accept no and go around fucking stabbing women on the
I
train
mean,
and a fucking Kanye
I,
West crying, emotional, pink sweater wearing ass.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't agree. Just because we had artists before that pioneered, like you don't gotta be uh,
That's
a
what I said. I said
gangbanger or whatever.
I
Like,
said that.
I mean,
Who who
KRS-One, Run DMC.
who was
You know
this
what I mean?
as
Like,
successful as Kanye was?
well, no,
But
no,
when
I
you
say
when
I
you
agree with you. I agree with you, but I was just saying you say he was the first.
I did.
He's the
I
catalyst.
said
He's
that.
the. No,
I
I'm
said
agreeing with
that,
you.
but
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I
I'm
know
just
you're not
saying
disagreeing with me, but I later on did say I know it's many before him as well. But
but when you
Kanye
say
West is just the most influential.
most
Kanye is
successful,
the most
most influential.
influential and
so,
Okay.
successful.
can I touch on that for a second? When you say the most successful, what are you basing that on?
He's successful in it because when he talks about it got through and it's still getting through. Like if a motherfucker before Kanye West was a rap like how Kanye West raps, they would not have broken through. Let's be
You don't think
serious.
that?
They would have gave them the short end of the stick. They would have
So you
still
don't
like they'd have
you
been
don't.
But
pushing
to
him to the
me,
side
it
like
wasn't
Wait,
just you
wait,
couldn't just
wait.
say his rapping. His whole production, like everything, like the fact that he was producing.
wait,
I'm just
hold on.
I'm
Let me
letting
hear
you
what
finish.
Master saying. Let me
So
hear what
what I'm
Master
saying
saying.
is, so you don't believe like a Tribe Called Quest could have, a tribe they didn't do that.
Who inspired
No.
Kanye? They definitely inspired
Okay,
Kanye.
see, calm down. A tribe, see, a tribe called Quest is people like Tribe Called Quest, De La Souls, people
The
like that.
backpackers.
The backpackers, yes, those are the inventors of Kanye West, right?
Mm,
And
mm,
it is only so often that you have people the pioneers of of that type of said genre. It's anything. It's only so often that you have pioneers of something, and that people are birthed underneath that tree, and
mm,
uh they're gonna take that shit further. So there's a
mm.
lot of people that probably came in and they just didn't do it further like Kanye did. Now you might see it as he capitalized with capitalism and all that, whatever, whatever. That's because times changed. People was more invested into Kanye West. Yeah, go on. I'm listening.
No, what I'm gonna say is that I don't necessarily think Kanye, invented rap genres. I think that he is, I think he is a game changer. I will say
Right.
that.
Yeah, he is.
He's a game changer. I mean, I was a Kanye West fan. I'm not anymore, but I definitely was a Kanye West fan for a long time. I just, to me, I think with him, okay, the fact that he's an excellent producer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a monster. His beats is crazy, and also his rap style is crazy. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie, but when it comes to, necessarily inventing the rap category, see, because when we talk Amigos and all these people, I blame all these people on Cam, not you, Cam. I'm talking about Cameron. Well, Cameron, excuse
Cameron,
me.
yeah,
Yes,
Cameron.
horse and carriage. I blame those
Mason
type of
back out.
people on him, on him, because I believe that if
Going
his style of rap made
right.
it that, and
Poodles and
all
noodles.
due respect to
Damn
Cam,
poodles and
all due
noodles.
respect to Cam, but his style of rap made it that pretty much anybody could rap. Like, and I'm gonna be real talk. You know what I'm saying? Cameron's style of rap made it that anybody really could rap. And I think that it came to him, then it went to Gucci Man, and then it went out to the Migos and all these people all wrapped up in one.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out. I'm not gonna let you
Gucci
do that.
Mane.
I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna
I
let you
got to. I got
disrespect.
to do it, brother.
I'm not
I
gonna let you
got to.
disrespect Killer Cam. All
I'm not
right, Cameron.
disrespecting him. I'm giving
Because
him his
Cameron.
credit.
Oh, okay. Because
You said
Cameron,
you
No
said blame.
credit.
So
Yeah,
Cameron,
I'm saying.
Cameron. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this, I'm telling you now. Cameron, Confessions of Fire, his first album. Go
Hmm.
get it.
Yeah.
That was the first rap album myself that I went out and I purchased
Okay,
myself. I went downtown Brooklyn
The
to
make
beat.
some
Peach
money.
Street.
Waste of money. Waste of money.
What? Wait,
That was a
what?
waste of
Hold on,
money.
hold
That
on.
was a
Time out.
waste
What
of
was
money. That was a
No,
waste
it
of
was
money.
not.
It
Confessions
what
of
was
was
the
Fire
waste
is
of
absolutely
money?
shit.
What
waste
was the
of
waste
money.
of money? The
His first
album?
album, waste of money.
You
Nah,
guys,
you
Waste of money.
tripping.
Waste of money.
You
Waste of
tripping.
money.
You
Because I'm gonna tell you
you know what?
the
You know
top
what?
Confessions
the
of
To
top
put
dude.
the
Fire.
great
If
Cameron
you
off
want me
that
to tell the
album.
story, let me
Fuck
tell the
you,
story
fuck
right.
you,
If you
Let
want
me
me to
fuck you,
tell the
fuck you,
story,
fuck you.
you want me to
tell
tell
the story.
Cam, please. Okay. If you
Yeah,
want me to
yeah,
tell the story,
Oh,
let
Cam is
me
going
tell the
hard for
story
Cam.
right.
Cam is going hard for Cam. Oh my
that's
gosh,
right.
Cam.
That's right.
Okay. If you want me
Cam,
to tell the
Cam.
story, let me tell the story right. Now, I'm not saying that I think that Cameron is trash. I think the first album was trash.
Cause
Now,
come
I think
home
you
with
got
me.
that. That's
This
why
album was hard for
you
me.
know,
we
Come
started
now
home
coming
was
at
his
you.
I'm
third
We
album.
blaming
disagree.
because his rap style, and this could get me crucified, but his rap style was so basic in terms of what he was saying at the time. It opened doors for other rappers. I'm
Bringing the
not.
mix.
I'm
Little
not.
cinnamon grits.
Listen, exactly. You know what I mean? I'm not saying at the end of the day he's not I would never call him a lyricist. I would say he's a rapper. Okay, he is
He's
a
talented.
rapper
He has
that
a
definitely
niche.
created a style. Okay,
Cam is a
and you
lyricist.
Cam is not a lyricist. Cam would even call himself a lyricist. He would never call himself that
How
because
you know that? How you know how Cam thinks about himself?
Cam is a very intelligent man and he understands the lane of what a lyricist is in. He's not going to put himself in the category as Nas. He's not going to put himself in the category as M. He's not going
Excuse
to put
me. We all watched verses when it was time to get lyrical, and who the lyricist was when it was
it.
the
It was
verses against
Jada.
the lie.
It was
Hold up,
Jada,
hold up. When Jada spit that, what
That's
you
it,
thought
and
about it?
that's all.
huh?
What you thought about it? What you thought about it when Jada spit that? You
But
thought
that
it
was
was a
already
new fucking. You thought it was a new
that was
freestyle.
old. That was old. You
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
to
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
talking to a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
DJ, nigga? You've been talking
yeah,
to a
yeah. You
DJ
thought it
that
was
was
a
in this
new
fucking
fucking
city
freestyle.
rocking these clubs for 25 fucking years. Okay, so you
Award
ain't
Okay,
gonna
winning
never
nigga.
okay,
sit there and
okay,
tell
Big
me
Cat.
that I don't know
You was in
what
a
the
tunnel.
fuck Jada Kiss was saying, nigga.
Oh, so you was in a tunnel, nigga.
I was,
You
I
was.
was, I was there. I
He
was there. I was on
definitely.
the
I
line.
feel like
I
he
was there
definitely he was
on
in
the
a tunnel.
line with
Okay.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
when
He's probably like
Prodigy
18
couldn't
years
get in.
old
I
when.
was the same night Prodigy couldn't get in the club. I was on that
What?
fucking line.
I was in there
Yeah,
when DMX shot his first
yeah,
video with a dog
exactly.
neck.
You're right. Yeah, the heavy hitters step in the building. Yeah, I
With
got
I
a
you.
was
dog neck.
there. I was there. Okay, so I
Well, you
know
wasn't.
that line
I
was
was I
already.
was the youngest nigga in the tunnel.
Listen,
Right,
listen.
I had been around
So you knew
11.
the tunnel was a
right,
unisex had a unisex bathroom.
What? Not back
right.
then. Not back then. Yeah.
It always did. The tunnel
Mm-hmm.
always
Yeah,
It
had a
always
unisex.
did. I
It always
know.
did have a unisex
yeah,
bathroom.
I found you, nigga.
yeah, yeah.
I found
Mm,
you. Why would you believe me? Come on.
I was there.
Come
That's
on,
right.
man.
So
I was with the boot.
Funk
I
flex,
was with the boot camp
big
clique.
cat. You
so going
saying
back to what we were talking about.
Right. Let's get back to
the
Um,
nine
that.
train? You know.
yeah, yeah. So like I said, going back to Kanye for a second. I don't think
Damn,
Kanye.
we went off the rails.
We sure did. I don't think Kanye actually changed anything. But I say he's talented. The Kanye today, I'm not feeling him. You know what I'm saying? The Kanye today he's trying to make America great again. I can't. You know, I don't know about this guy.
The,
Right.
the Kanye today, you know what it
Well,
is?
he's not Kanye today. He's Ye.
Kanye today is a wrestler. And people don't see what he's doing. Like Kanye's really like he's like giving wrestling promos, and niggas is not. Y'all don't be catching what he's doing. That should be like wrestling promos. Like y'all, no, y'all not really with me because if you was with me, it's like he's trying to get all the people on his side to side with
Mm,
him. It's like, yeah, calm down. Like you don't need to do that to me. I'm already on your side, but when you do some bullshit, I'm gonna let you know. But I'm still
mm.
on your side, brother. I'm gonna
But
let you
that
know.
my only problem with is why is he doing stuff to just torpedo his own life? Those are the things where I just don't understand. Like I get why he was angry because he got the shit under the stick when it came to his fashion deal,
Divorce.
right? So I get that completely. He got the shit end of the stick. No, if people don't understand, or disagrees with him, he definitely did, right? Because Adidas was competing against him, and he had to deal with Adidas. So you got to give him, some type of level of understanding. It's just the way he went about it. It was fucked up. But I think that he definitely got the shit under the stick.
Here we go. Here we go. Here go my tear. Okay, these are real tears.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I I am living in a moment of geniuses. Okay, and you people out there are fucking ungrateful. We don't know what the who the fuck this nigga name is. The nigga who invented electricity, who really was
That's-
a black man,
oh,
but Ale- Alexander Bell, Graham Bell, whatever. We
mm,
wasn't there for that, so we don't know what his fucking mind was like. He probably was batshit crazy. Oh, what about George Washington Carver when he made peanut butter? He probably was batshit crazy too, right? But we are living in a time of Kanye West, a fucking genius.
mm,
Respect his shit. He's crazy. All geniuses are. You gotta understand that. But you gotta understand as a fucking human and as a person to don't like really fall in the lines of what these motherfucking people say. Know what's right, know what's wrong, know what's real, and know what's fake. And that's it, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Kanye West fan. That's it, that's all. But when he on his bullshit time, I'm against the bullshit. But at times he be saying some real shit. I'm crying right now because I'm living in the times of geniuses. I'm living in the
mm-mm,
time of Beyonce. I'm living in the
mm-mm,
time of Kanye.
mm-mm.
I'm living in the time of Vince McMahon. These are geniuses, people. They done created something
What
that I fucking love.
Uh,
what a comparison of three people.
right. Good
It's more
question.
Jay
When you
Z.
say when you say crazy, like there's like good crazy and bad crazy, or is it just like one particular crazy you thinking about?
He means how the
It's
world perceives him.
yeah. It's like
Right.
we
Right.
don't
Well,
like
I mean, like
what were the
there
people
are
saying?
some
What were the people
people who
saying
have
about
genius talent but aren't really
Alexander
like.
Graham?
I
Kanye is
guess
one
I
of
don't
those
know.
people. Kanye is one of those people, right? That slipped through the cracks. That he is a genius, but he's just a person that don't know how to really always
Process.
articulate himself, and
Right.
process the
Okay.
shit that he says in the correct way to so it can
Right.
get out to the masses. So whatever's
I,
on his mind, he says it the fastest and quickest way. Because I'm like a Kanye people, if you haven't
Mm,
noticed.
okay.
Sometimes I have things on my mind and I try to get it out fast. And I'm like,
Right.
listen, I gotta get this shit out fast and get it out there quickly because I know what I'm saying, and then I just have to learn how to when it comes out, I just gotta learn how to transfer it to y'all because
So when
that's just the way we
hmm
so
gotta.
when he
That's the
said
way we do.
slavery was a choice, what was your thought on that?
I mean, thinking about it, me being the black man that I am today, I'm just saying. Look, let's think about it. When we watch a fucking slavery movie and
Mm-mm.
we see what the motherfuckers do, we be like, nigga, I wish you would, nigga. I wish I was a slave, right? Because I will fuck you up. I will fuck these white niggas up if I
So
was
you
a
so
slave.
you're
I'm
saying
just
that,
saying. That's
but
just my mind.
So
you're
it so
saying all so the 400 years of slavery was a choice?
Listen, I'm not
Not in that
saying that.
term, not in that tense,
I'm
not
not
in
saying
that we
I'm not
decided
saying that.
we didn't
I
buy
didn't
a
I didn't
Metro card and get on the goddamn slave ship, not like that. But he at some point, like when it did down with Martin and everybody marched and Harriet Tubman and everything, at some point before then, we have always been the majority. So at what point did we not want to have an uprising? It was more us than them.
Mm.
They sold and made off of the soil,
Mm-mm.
off of what we did, what we produced, like till today. I'm not a Kanye fan, by the way. So this has nothing to do with agreeing with Kanye. However,
right.
kind of that statement, I did want to say something that I mean,
Let's really Like, come on, let's really think about it. We all know, we all have that
You
thought.
know,
Like,
oppression
if we were
is
in
a
those times,
programming, and you do have to. Sorry. I was going to give
Okay,
a
say
supportive
what you say,
statement.
Kev.
I was
Go
going to
ahead,
give us
Kev.
a supportive statement.
Yeah,
A
Kev.
pro, like you, it's a programming, and there had to be a point where you choose to no longer subscribe to this programming, right? Like you look at the first free nation of Haiti, they chose like they had enough. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And I think that the problem was with the statement is that like the African Americans, right, their patience or threshold for it becoming enough, right, as a whole, right, was just a long period of time, you know? It had to come to some point where it's like, but they were like there were people that were choosing to rebel throughout the whole experience. It wasn't like
Nat
400
Turner
years.
was one of them. Yep.
It wasn't like just 400 years, and then one day it was like, all right, we had enough. No, like we was rebelling throughout the whole shit, but it
Mm-hmm.
didn't really get turned over because the not until the white man found an interest, right, in supporting our push to turn it over, was it finally turned over.
So to the Nat Turners and all the other abolitionists and the other, original freedom writers, imagine you going to them and saying, "Oh no, slavery is not a choice," and they've already made the choice that they want to live this life and subscribe to this program and go against the grain. Like, imagine you going to them and saying, "Yeah, oh well, slavery is not a you got to do it." They absolutely believe that it was not a choice. They would probably
Mm-hmm.
agree with Kanye,
They would
the Nat
not.
Turners,
They
and
would
all of
not.
those different type of
They
abolitionists.
would definitely
They
not because
open
I'll
your
explain.
what you said?
So they would definitely not agree with Kanye
It's
because
fear. It was really fear.
so
Like you know what I mean. But you got to be yeah.
slavery happened two ways: physically and mentally.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
for
quite
you,
aware.
you
I'm not
know, so no, no,
at
no. Here's what I'm saying. So because it happened in both ways, the mental slavery did more damage than physical could ever do. Because right now
Yeah.
we're still
what you.
living in
Mm-hmm.
mental slavery. It just has changed completely, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that for us to say it wasn't a choice, that means you had a second option, and the second option was death. Because there's always a choice in anything you do in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way things are. But the choice outside of that was death. You know,
Who
the
wants to
line
choose to
of
die?
you take the biggest Negro, you tie him up to two horses, you slap both of the horses, you pull them sideways, and you do that in front of
That,
every other person. That's from Willie Lynch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said that line because he wanted to strike fear into people, right? And that's how you keep the slaves in check. For you to
Yes.
say that it was a choice, that's from a rich person's perspective, right? It's from a rich person's perspective for you to come and say that to people, because that means that you also subscribe to the theory everybody could grab themselves by the bootstraps and become rich one day, which we know that's
I,
not but that's where that if we go to Kanye's line, that's what he was directing the conversation with. He was
I,
saying that basically, one second, D. He was saying that basically you could grab yourself by the bootstraps and everyone could be rich. That's why he said slavery was a choice. That's the full context of what he was saying at that point. Because he's saying that you make the choice and the decision of how far
mm-hmm.
you go in life. That that
Mm-hmm.
that's where the conversation, what Kanye was trying to express
that
himself.
I understand too as well, and
You
I
know,
understand
Mm-hmm.
a fraction of the interpretation of what he was talking about. It's no different than if I can do it, you can do it. You believe in yourself. What's the same thing they've been feeding us? Hustle, loyalty, respect, or money, power, respect. That's all the same. That's not the same song. If we really gonna open up our mind and we have a real conversation, I
mhm.
understand everything you said. I listened to all the facts. If we gonna open up our mind and our perception and change the programming, do you not think that this is something that people can sink their teeth into and it is a choice since the beginning of life? It's
You
not a
know,
choice.
I don't think
Life
it's a
is not a
choice.
choice.
I think because I think that many are called for, few are chosen. So I don't believe that everybody is meant to be. you know, at the top, so to speak. I don't mean that's not the line I'm trying to say, but I don't think everybody's meant to be there, right? Because
Mhm.
it's just it is your mindset, which I'll agree. It is your
Mhm.
mindset at the end of the day, but sometimes your trajectory is based upon how you were up, how you were brought up, what was your financial situation, what was your household, stuff like that. So again, I don't think that everybody could grab themselves by the bootstrap because sometimes you just don't have the knowledge, right? Sometimes you
It's-
just don't have the knowledge to get you to the next level.
Hmm.
Like I told you, slavery is more mental than anything else.
yes, I heard what you
Yep.
said. I
Yep.
D, you was about to say something. D,
I just think that those are stories based from like how motherfuckers feel from back then. Like I was saying, it's like motherfucker. I could say it's easy for me to say that now because I ain't lived like that. That's something that my our ancestors had to go through, right? And I think we are in a place right now that we are what our ancestors needed back then. And if we were there back then, motherfucker, none of that shit would not happen. Do you think I'm fucking bowing down to some fucking white boy or any fucking man? I'm knocking you the fuck out. We're fighting. We're going the distance. We're going the distance. And I think of today's world, motherfuckers just be too like thoughtful and like man literal. Like you hear a fucking celebrity say something and you think, oh my gosh, he said, oh slavery was a choice. How can you say that? Shut the fuck up, sit down and listen and think to yourself, motherfucker. If you was a slave, sit down and think to yourself. If you was a slave, like what is it that you would do? Like how would you feel? Like what Right? Would you be the one to start the movement? Are you strong enough to start the movement? Are you strong enough to be a Harriet Tubman earlier on before it was a fucking Harriet Tubman? It's shit like that. I don't think when he said that shit, I don't look at it as like, damn nigga, how can you say that shit? It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and say like, damn, this nigga really right. I was like, this whole time I could have just got up and walked off the plantation. No, I don't think that. But
mm,
when you said that too, though, I think like, how many of us was it of us on that plantation compared to like the motherfuckers that really held us captive, right? That's really crazy because it's like if it's like five of y'all motherfuckers and it's 800 of us and you got us shook, nigga, we're fucked. It's
the
crazy.
mental they're talking about. The mental.
That mental, they really
Right.
fucked our mental up.
Yeah, they really
They
fucked
really
them
fucked
into
our
it. Yeah.
mental up, bro.
For the record,
Like I was said in the past show, like how they had us fighting each other to get a fucking chicken wing or
I'm
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
back.
this is the shit that they had us
right.
doing. We're still doing it to this fucking day. We get mad at each other when you're more successful than me. When you get a better job than me. When you get a new car, a new house. Like why am I mad? Why are you mad?
Right.
Hmm.
It makes no sense to me.
It
You
don't.
got that in from you because of this motherfucker said he can't have it and you can.
But that's where I was going in terms of now that's still the mental slavery we live in today, right? Because at the end of
Right.
is there anybody doing anything to teach each other to get people to the next level?
There's
Because
some. Are
you know
people
I,
willing to learn? Is the next question.
that's a whole different topic on a different night, right?
Hmm.
Cause
All right.
Hmm.
So nonetheless, we don't win 40 minutes of the show. That's supposed to be 20. So nonetheless, thank you to
They ain't
everybody
seen
that
us in a long time, so they
I
had to
know,
get.
I know we had to pick up 20 extra
and they
minutes for the
miss me.
week.
They miss me a lot.
Yes.
yeah, man.
All right.
They've
Nonetheless,
been doing the back
Silver
page
Silver
and
one.
they've been like, where he at? Where he at? I'm here.
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
All
Right.
right. So,
Right.
nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in into the breakdown this evening. Fellas, it's always a pleasure for us to sit together and do this. You know what I mean? We'll be back of following next week Sunday for a new episode of Three Amigos Podcast. So make sure you tune into that, and also another episode of the breakdown. And that's it for the night.
Go
Adios.
fuck yourselves, America.
Peace.
Everybody, I think.